I was just going to do something. Hello, everybody. My name is Dave Finale, and this is Real Estate Talk TGIF. I'm going to do that intro one more time. My name is Dave Finale. Hello, everybody. This is Real Estate Talk TGIF, episode 68. It is 67 weeks in a row. We've done this on a Friday, and we're really happy and really excited today because, number one, I have more than one person with me today, and I figured the technology out, which is something I always talk about, and I'm always getting better at every day. But today we're going to talk about the Women's Council of Realtors, and we're so happy to have Kathleen Morin from BlackRock Realty of Kendall Park and Rose Pira of Remax Fortune Properties of Englewood Cliffs, both of New Jersey. Ladies, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on today and being on our broadcast.
We're glad to be here.
I don't know if you know this, but what the TGIF stands for, Real Estate Talk TGIF. Do you know what that stands for?
No.
Friday.
It means thank God it's finale. Me. It's finale, right?
Perfect.
Not
so
Friday.
Here we are. It is Friday, but people get it mixed up because thank God it's finale. So we're real excited here. We have you guys. I'm going to start with Kathy. Kathy, tell us a little bit about, your background and where you came from and how you got to be involved in the Women's Council of Realtors.
Well, I got my license over 25 years ago, and I started at a Century 21 office. And about 2007, I was asked to be a charter member of Women's Council, the Middlesex County, then chapter, now network. And I was asked to handle the marketing part of that particular chapter. And as I started my journey in Women's Council, I learned more and more. I soon became the education chair, the president-elect, the president, and then from there, we just kept growing our state. I think Rose's network was the fourth network in our state. We had 3 when I first joined, us being one of them. And now we're 7 networks, over 300 members, and we're in 11 counties.
Wow, that's amazing. That's pretty cool. And you started in real estate yourself how long ago?
In 1994, January of 1994.
So you've been around a couple of years and seen a couple of things. Really cool. Really cool. Thank you. Rose, tell us about you and how you got into real estate and what Women's Council means to you and where you've come from there.
Okay. Hi, it's Rose Pira, and I started in real estate June 1983. So that's a lot of years. I think I'm going to be emeritus soon, right? Isn't it 40 years? So yeah, I'm really happy and I'm excited about real estate as I was the first day I started. I actually started because my children were young and I said, I need to do something that I have flexible time and so forth. And I don't want to have a 40-hour. So now I have a 60-hour, no, a 60-hour day. Right, so yeah, that's how I started. And I started with my broker was Gary Stewart. And I just want to mention him because, it's very important, the first person that helps you get involved. He had been past president and different things. So he always encouraged us to get involved, get your designations, get this and that. So he just retired this year. And I always have a fond memory of him. So yeah, that's where my journey started. And then I was also, I'm always involved. I was president of the Eastern Bergen County Board of Realtors in 2000, and always been involved in doing different things at the state and national level. And way back regarding Women's Council, Kathy, actually my Board of Realtors asked me, because I was involved in many things, they said, could you start a network? Or actually at the time it was called Chapter, right, Kathy?
Correct.
Chapter, yeah. Women's Council Chapter. So we did a lot of research, and Kathy was in charge of getting us together, and we formed our chapter, Bergen County, in 2014, I believe. And I was the founding president, right? Proudly president. Yes. And then from there on, we always want to do more and get people involved. And then I went to be president of the state and regional vice president, governor, and now I'm regional vice president for Region 6.
Great. Fantastic. So let's talk about the Women's Council. Incidentally, ladies, I was not texting. I was sharing this broadcast on other groups at the moment. That's what you saw my head down. I was sharing it in other groups. So I was not being rude. I was listening and doing what I was supposed to do. So anyway, tell us the background story and some of the story of the Women's Council, and just start talking about it. Kathy, let's start with you and just go through, what the Women's Council is, how it works, and how it helps all of our community.
Well, the Women's Council started in 1938, some little bit of history. It was started because women weren't receiving a voice and weren't being treated very well in the real estate industry. So it started back then. It was started, I believe, by a man, and it has successfully helped women find their voice, become part of leadership. We've trained and grown leaders for over 80 years now. We're now the 12th largest women's organization in the United States. We have about 253 local networks, 23 state networks, and the percentage of our members that are male are 10%. And we do a lot of different things. As Rose will tell you, some of the things that we do is we hold industry events, which we use to educate women and men and the different trends in our industry and in leadership. And we also provide opportunities for growth. I know personally, I probably would not have actually started my own brokerage with my partners. I do have partners. Right. If it wasn't for Women's Council, a lot of the growth that I achieved in the industry really was after I became a Women's Council member.
Really? That's pretty exciting. Tell me, one of the things that's really interesting is that I see that, the business has always been dominated by women. And what's the percentage that women are in our business? Do you know what that is? I've heard it was 72%. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe it is, right, Kathy? 72%.
Like 72, 74%. And only out of that, we only hold maybe about 25% of the leadership positions.
I know.
And one of the purposes of this group is to bring more leadership opportunities to the women that are in our business. Is that correct?
So yes, and Women's Council of Realtors is very strong on that. And also our hashtag is Leaders Made Here. So I think that's really important. We need to always put that on anything that we do. And this year they're really striving to get leadership, women leaders, to excel and get involved and doing things like that. Yes, our goal is for our leaders to become, leaders in. Let's say Kathy right now is going to be state treasurer for New Jersey Realtors next year. So we just want to congratulate her, and we're very proud that she is a Women's Council of Realtors member.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Talk to me about more about events and some of the goals and how you're achieving these goals through the Women's Council, through mentorship, et cetera, and how that all works for other women to get involved.
Well, when you join, you join a local hopefully you'll join a local network. And within the local network, there's a structure of different leadership. They ask you have an interview when you first join. What do you hope to get out of Women's Council? What are you looking to achieve? And we listen to what you'd like to do, and we like to provide the opportunities. So suppose you'd like to be a presenter or a speaker.
Right.
Maybe you're a little shy just now. So what we'll do is we'll give you tiny little bits to do until you're comfortable speaking in front of an audience, and then we'll grow the room for you. We provide different sorts of training, not just public speaking. We help you with business planning. We have an excellent designation course. It's called the Performance Management Network, and one of the courses within that designation is business of your business. So it really takes you through soup to nuts of your business, from starting your business to maintaining your business to leads to everything that you would need to do for your business. We also have networking and referrals. Now, a lot of people really don't know how to do referrals correctly because maybe they were never quite taught the right way. In Performance Management Network, one of these courses that you can take is all about referrals. So you can build your business that way. And Women's Council, actually, the average Women's Council to Women's Council commission from a referral is about $14,000. So it does add to your bottom line.
Wow. That's pretty amazing in and of itself. And basically, it looks like the most important part is to really promote and advocate for women in leadership and women to build their businesses. And right with that, would you agree with that?
Yes.
Oh, definitely, right? We both do. That's what we want. We want leaders. We also have men that are members, as Kathy said before, but we're really strong on women. So talking about that referral business, I mean, that's one of the most important things, right? Because people ask, why do I want to join? Why do I need to join? So you need to join for networking, referrals, and also you can also form great friendships in this organization. So it's like a sisterhood, a brotherhood, family. So we're really very excited about it, as you can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was honored and privileged to be able to be at an event last week with the Women's Council of Realtors in New Jersey, where Lee Brown talked and Jeremiah Monero talked, and I happened to be a sponsor, which was really cool. I enjoyed the full day. The stuff was great. It was really good stuff. And I know that was the first one. So as I mentioned that, I know that there's the national level, there's a state level, and there's local levels. Talk to me about, let's start at the national level and work on down, and how they all work together and how they all benefit not only women but everyone in real estate.
Well, the national level, we have a great leadership team. Our leadership team consists of our CEO, Jeff Hornberger. We have a staff of 8 at national, and then we also have the actual leadership team, which includes our national president, our president-elect, first vice president, and our financial treasurer. So that leadership interacts with another group as well, our national executive body. And our national executive body, they do a lot of strat planning. They talk about where we need to go, what platforms we need to use. We've just recently revamped a lot of the things that we've done in our nationally and locally, and now on statewide. We're changing a lot of things because the industry is changing and we're growing. And because we're growing, we need to streamline things and we need to make more opportunities available. So those levels interact with, right now we have regions, a regional vice president, which Rose is a regional vice president, and they oversee currently different sections of the country. We're going to a different platform, but for right now, Rose oversees 5 states, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. So that's a lot to oversee.
And Kathy has done it before too, so she's very familiar with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So some of the things that we've done in the past, besides being a sounding board for our leadership and guiding them through the intricacies of being state president and providing opportunities for their leadership, we've done events. Now, just most recently, we had this huge event in Cape May that Rose chaired. And it was 2 full days of education, from public speaking to panels on what are the best tools to use in your business. We had a little history of Cape May. We had a lot of fun.
The
What else did
national
we do?
speakers. We
Yeah.
had Heather Osher, who's our president, come and join us. It was really very, very exciting. It was regional. Not everyone gets to go to conventions, so it was nice to bring it locally.
Awesome.
Yeah, so a lot of people from those 5 states came in, and not only did it provide education, it provided networking opportunities and opportunities for referrals. And one of the things that we really love about Women's Council, as Rose had said, is the relationship building. And because we go to the national conventions and we have regional events and state events, we build relationships, not just locally, we build them statewide, region-wide, and nationally. I can pick up a phone and call anybody in California with a particular question, and I'll ask them, and maybe I'm struggling with something on my business, and I'll ask them a question, and they have no problem answering it. They'll be there for you. And some of these relationships over the years help you attain your next level of leadership.
It sounds amazing in that what we're doing is, we all talk about our business being a relationship business, right? And one of the things that you guys are doing with the Women's Council is ensuring and trying to build and actually building the relationships from one level down to the next and putting it all together. Yesterday I had a long conversation with some associates and colleagues of mine talking about how that networking part of our business and how just saying hello to someone is so very important. And you guys are doing this on such a grand scale, and the positivity of what's going on is just so amazing. And I think that, just getting back to one of the things you said first, is it was started by a man, even though, it's just pretty interesting. And what I love is that, it's really getting out into the forefront, which is really important. On a local level, as I was going through notes and getting more research, doing some R&D on this, I noticed that there's a lot of different, I guess you call them networks rather than associations or whatever, New Jersey, Bergen County, et cetera. Those are all localized and let's use the word regionalized, I guess, like local boards. So then you have those, and then you have your local boards. How are they working? How are the boards working well with your local networks?
I think most of them do very well together. I think they look to us to provide them leadership. And one of the reasons I had started a leadership journey, not just in Women's Council, but in the state, was because Women's Council said, you really should get involved in the local association. And so I believe my first committee was education on the local association, and then I went into RPAC. So those are just areas that the local association looks to Women's Council and their local network for their future leaders and committee members. Don't you agree, Rose?
I do agree. And it's especially, we have 7 in New Jersey. We have 7 networks, correct? Right. And our 7 networks are in different parts of the state, because you don't want people to travel as much to attend these particular meetings. And all these networks have to do 4 industry events, which are really should be very focused, very grand, something that maybe the local boards do not do. So you want to work with the local boards, but also do special events and also some networking events. I think you have to have 2. And what's more important, because Kathy just touched on this and we didn't mention it before, but RPAC, I don't know if you're going to ask about that, but RPAC is very great. I mean, we are major investors in RPAC. So that's really important, because even on the national level, I think it was 74% of all Women's Council members invest. So that's really big. And what was it? How many? 26% of major investors or something like that. So it's $1,000.
Correct. Yeah, that's the notes I have. Yes.
You do, right? So yeah, I mean, we you know, Kathy and I are both New Jersey RPAC trustees. So we're really very strong about that. And we always encourage people to invest and do the best they can, especially with that. Yeah.
I think it's really important to mention those numbers, some of those numbers again, that 74% of Women's Council Realtors members are invest in RPAC, and 26% of them are major investors. And a major investor is $1,000 or more, if I'm correct on that. I believe I am.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned 12,000 members, and also the 12th largest women's organization in the country. That's very significant. 12 is, you're not number one, you're not in the top 10, but that, to me, number 12 is like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing. And one of the other things that we're...
I want to mention one thing? I think Kathy mentioned this, but this is very important. And it's the only affiliation that uses realtors after our name, correct? Women of Realtors. Right. So yeah, that's really special too, right? Absolutely.
It's the only realtor affiliation allowed to use realtor in their name. And, and so many people say, well, are you a realtor? Well, yeah, you're a realtor if you belong to the National Association of Realtors. But Women's Council of Realtors that's huge, right? Because that is, your brand is that R, right? And to have that R in your name is super special. So tell us about some of the events that are coming up. Are there any events coming up locally or nationally? You have the National Association of Realtors annual meeting coming up. So what's going on there? What are you looking forward to there?
Well, at our annual meeting of the National Association of Realtors, Women's Council holds several educational sessions, as well as we will be holding our elections for our
leaders,
national executives. We hold our elections now in May when the National Association of Realtors does. But we do our National Executive Board, and we also, many of our members will be going into nominating committee if they're choosing to run for a national liaison, such as Rose.
Rose, right.
Yeah, so Rose is going to be running from national liaison. As I had mentioned before, Women's Council is changing in order to adapt and to give more benefits to our members. And one of the ways that we're doing that is we're getting rid of the regionalized systems. We have now 9 regions. We are going to go to 3 regions: Eastern, Central, and Western. And in doing so, we have something called a national liaison, which is the position that Rose is going to be going for. And they will become a member of the National Executive Board. So Rose, I hope it goes well there. I know it will.
So I am a candidate for 2021 National Liaison. So I hope we can get the word out and what all this means, and hope I'm successful.
So tell us more about this position of National Liaison, which you're running for. Tell us more about that, and what's the importance of it, and what would be your job?
So National Liaison, first of all, as Kathy said, you will be on the executive committee.
Right.
So you will be with the leadership team, correct? You're going to have the president and so forth, the officers, and also the executive committee, executive board. I'm not sure exactly how it's called, but we will be part of that. Now, at this time, what the regional vice presidents do, we travel to other states and support the other states by maybe calling them, visiting, and so forth. The future national liaison will be more as a support, but not so much traveling, I understand. However, we can do a lot of the calls, like Zoom calls?
Zoom.
Right? Yes.
Zoom. Right.
And it will be more like that to reach more people too. So you will be a support. So if anybody needs help, we can help in that way. If you need a visit from the leadership, then they decide who goes. So yeah, it's really more, I think, streamlined and a higher position. Is that right, Kathy? Do you understand it that way?
Yes, it's definitely a higher level of leadership, as well as it is a position which I think will give more support, because each one of the states that do have a state network, and those who have maybe 2 or more networks in their state, will be able to have a state liaison that will report directly to the national liaison. So they'll be able to do one-on-one, helping them grow. If they have questions, if they have concerns, they can always ask the national liaison. And the national liaison is boots on the ground, so to speak, telling the leadership, hey, this is going on in this part of the country. Maybe we need to address this in our next strat plan session. So
Right.
Those are things that are going to be happening. One of the things I did want to mention is it's not just about leadership in real estate. We also encourage local community leadership. We encourage, if you're looking to become a council person, if you're looking to even just step up on the local school board level, these PTA president, whatever it is, we're behind you and we're going to help you get to that position that you want to go to.
That's fantastic. I wanted to ask, you kind of answered a little bit of that question. The next question I was going to ask you is, I know there's a lot to this, and I know it's something that's really, really very, very important. What are the things that you'd like to see the Women's Council address, in the very near future? You said that they come up with different things, but we weren't specific. Would you be able to be specific on some things you'd like to see addressed?
Good.
I don't know.
I know it's an odd question, and we didn't talk about it, but
I don't know where we're going with this question. We talked about some of the things we want to address, which is
right.
The leadership and the and the support and also I don't know where I want to go. To make people be more, I don't say powerful, more
vocal, more emboldened, more feel that they can actually be confident in what they want to achieve, wherever they want to go. And it's not just going up the leadership chain, so to speak. You can be a leader in your own business. You can be a leader in the industry, just being a local real estate producing member of the real estate community. Growing your business, growing a team, growing an office, becoming part of a franchise. There are so many different levels to this. I think that one of the things that I really love about Women's Council is that it's a living, breathing organization that tends to address whatever we need addressed, because we do have that relationship with our local members, our state members, our national leaders. They're always there. They're ready to listen to us, and they're ready to answer our questions and give support.
And they recognize you. They do recognize you. They know that you have something important to say too. I think one of the things that we had talked about, it's helping others grow, mentor people, guide, educate, and provide help in any way that we can. You could tell, I think, that we're so excited and passionate about Women's Council. And I think that's what we'd like to see with everybody. Now, last night I went to an event and I talked to so many people about Women's Council, and they see me oh, she's coming. But the thing is that I got 2 people that said, yes, we'd love to join you. So, that's what you want to do. When you are a mentor, that's what you do. You want to get others to join. And if people see you and they say, hey, maybe I want to do that too. Yeah, I think that's where it's going. Right, Kathy?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's important to keep touching other people, to let them know about our organization, to let them know what we provide.
Right.
Well, Kathy, you had said that the Women's Council had a lot to do with you becoming your own broker owner. Is that true?
That's true.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Tell me about that path.
Okay, well, the path actually started back in 2010 when I attended my first National Association of Realtors convention in New Orleans with then one of my partners, Roxanne. Roxanne was a 2010 president. I was her president-elect. And just just being together at that National Association of Realtors convention and learning and being guided by Women's Council, we started a team. And our team grew, and to the point where we felt that our next level would be to open our own office. So that's how Women's Council helped me, not just with having that relationship, but also being able to provide courses and education to help me understand what needed to happen behind the scenes. You often have broker panels at some of our educational events, and they are willing to tell you what they did. How did they become a broker owner? What were their steps? What do they see? What is the most important thing you need to know when you want to take that step? And how to recruit agents, how to train agents. So all these go right into a lot of what Women's Council does.
Now, that's pretty amazing. I love that story, and that's why I brought it up, because I mean, one of the things I think it did for you, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is it gave you the confidence to move forward and helped you more. And just, I mean, that's what a lot of us need sometimes, is a push. And I find that we all are super capable of advancing to anywhere we want to advance. And sometimes there's a little thing, such as the Women's Council of Realtors, that will give everybody this the great, push and the confidence and power. I mean, that's not a bad word, but what I mean is just to make us feel, empowered. Let's use that word, right? Would you guys repeat that?
Empowered, inspired, and motivated.
That's our mission, is to empower, correct?
Yep.
Right.
That's correct.
So that's fantastic. So ladies, we come up past 30 minutes on the broadcast. First of all, I want to give you both a second to tell me what's the most important thing about the Women's Council of Realtors and even your relationship with it. So Kathy, why don't you hit that for me?
The most important thing about Women's Council of Realtors is that we provide a safe environment for you to test your wings, to learn what you need to learn, and to grow your business, as well as to grow into the next set of shoes you want to wear.
Awesome. Rose?
Okay, a few things. I do want to mention first, though, that we want to talk about our website, which is wcr.org. I mean, everything is there. And if somebody wants to join, you can just go there and join. So that's a good thing. But, we also have on that website, we do have member savings center. I mean, we didn't talk about that, but that's really important. I mean, if you're a member, you get certain savings, you get a special card. You can shop for Women's Council things. And also we have a newsletter that we use. It's called eConnect. So, I mean, to keep people interested and involved and staying up to date. So the best thing for me is really, I mean, I've done so many things in leadership, but this here is special for me because it's like a, I don't know, it's like a sisterhood or something like that. And it gets you to be more confident. It gets you to be stronger and believe in yourself and help others. And I think one of the things to me is to help others and help others grow and help myself grow too. But that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Helping people is really probably the most important thing for me. And what I've learned over the past few months really is with you guys is, Rose, you and I have known each other a while, and through you, I've gotten the opportunity to meet Kathy and some other wonderful people. Last week at the meeting, the event, and then before that, when we met at another event. And I want to thank you guys for coming on. How do people? You mentioned the website. If people want to get in touch with you guys individually, how do they get in touch with you to ask you questions about it? Because a lot of times people want to ask questions and they just don't want to go join something. Rose, how do they get in touch with you?
Sure. You can call me at 201-615-7232, or my email is roselapira@remax.net. You can call me anytime, text, or follow me on Facebook, Rose Lapira.
Absolutely fantastic. Kathy, how about you? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, you can certainly call me, text me at 732-763-7688, or you can email me at kathygmorin@gmail.com. Or even if you just want to send an email out to njstatewcr@gmail.com. That's the state network Gmail account. And we'll be able to hook you up with whoever you need to be hooked up with. If you want to find out more about locally, if you want to just find out how to join, or even if you want to start a network in your area, we're all for that. So let us know, contact us. And you can even, like I said, Rose said, go to Join Now on .org, hit the Join Now button. There's a drop-down menu. And if you need any help with that, the people at the staff there will help you as well.
And Dave, also strategic partners. You can be one of our strategic partners. So if you know,
wow.
I'm in.
Awesome.
I'm in.
Love
I'm in. Tell me what I got to do. I'm in.
Okay, perfect.
100%. I want to thank you guys for coming on, but I also want to thank people that viewed here. We had a couple of comments. One from Eddie on, Go Rose. One from another viewer and friend of mine, Antonio Fratellone. Sounds amazing. We had a lot of people join us. Sekou Pyle. We had, as I said, Eddie on, and some other people join us. I want to thank them for coming on. Now, ladies, if you've watched any of my previous broadcasts, and this is number 68, you may realize that there's something at the end that I do for all of you. And I know, look, when we met at that party that one time, I know I had to make sure you came on, and that was to promise you to give you one of these hats. And everybody comes on because they want a hat. But hold on one second. I want to show you something that nobody else has seen. You'll be the first to see it and the first to get it. Hold on. Don't go nowhere.
You are so funny.
He's amazing.
Okay, wait a minute.
He's entertained.
So you guys will be getting a different edition hat because you're so special.
Can't hear you.
You'll be getting the gray ones, the dark gray ones. So these are going to be sent to you guys or given to you guys. If I don't see you soon, I will get these to you. But I know this is why everyone comes on the show to get one of these hats, and just want to make sure you are not that you're the same as everybody else, but it's what we do here at Real Estate Skill Builder and Real Estate Talk TGIF. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. As I said, this is Real Estate Talk TGIF. I'm Dave Finale from Real Estate Skill Builder. I will be a strategic partner for you guys. Just let me know what I've got to do and how we do it. What's that?
Thank you so much. You've been great.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. And so have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. And next week, just so everybody knows, our guest is going to be Matt Van Fossen, who is I believe the president and CEO of Absolute Mortgage. And we're going to talk about how his company as an affiliate works with real estate agents and also works with boards and how they can get a lot of value being an affiliate.
He's a great guy. He's great.
Thanks so much, ladies. We'll see you soon. Just stay on for a second and then we'll cut off. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.